Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 8 of Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch. Before we get started, I want to give you all a little bit of a disclaimer and also a spoiler for the content of episodes 6 through 10. So if you don't want it spoiled for you, please skip ahead about 20 seconds. The stream, otherwise known as episodes 6 through 10, we spend the vast majority of the time trying to survey the galaxy. Now, surveying the galaxy is absolutely required if you'd like to colonize worlds, but I completely understand if it's not the most riveting content to watch, so feel free to skip these episodes, or alternatively, hop around in the timeline to try to find things you want to watch. Otherwise, be prepared for a lot of surveying. Let's get started. A research station. Hello, a fullerene spool, ultra-strong carbon nanomesh cable that is key to the construction of a space elevator. Greatly improves the efficiency of logistics between the surface of a planet and low orbit. Increases colony accessibility by 30%. Yeah. We also got a Doom class. Doom ships are the phase champion. We got blueprints for that. We got blueprints for the Buffalo. I don't know what a TT Buffalo is. Oh, that's the Tri-Tac Buffalo. So that will be a higher tech Buffalo. Midline blueprints. So Hammerhead, Sunder. Those are the important ones in that. But that's pretty cool. It also gives us the ability to make a bunch of different weapons, heavy machine guns, assault chain guns, etc., etc. Nav relay, which is another cool mod to have, and a beta core, which is money in the bank. No complaints from me. Black hole, don't pull me, please. And then we scavenge, and we found even more stuff. Blueprints that I already have, but still. No complaints. All right, let's get out of the event horizon of a black hole, because that's not a safe place to be. And learn the blueprints I can learn. I think that's it. Lone Warrior Poet, thanks for the resub as well. You're welcome for introducing you to Kenshi. I hope it hasn't sucked away all of your free time. Is Tri-Tac an improved variant? So the different types of variants are going to be essentially, how to explain this? Well, a Tri-Tac variant is just going to have more energy-based weapon attachments. Now, for the Buffalo, it's kind of weird because all it comes with is one energy mount. So I'm not really sure how those two differ. But yeah, they tend to have different hard points for mounting. So maybe it's flux or venting is a little bit different. But Tri-Tech ships are high-tech ships, meaning energy and shields, and then, you know, the Luddic ships and hegemony ships are low-tech, which is more armor, more ballistics. The difference of high-tech and low-tech isn't like good versus bad, they're just styles. Ballistics versus energy-based. That's a common misconception. A lot of people gravitate towards high-tech because they think high-tech is better than low-tech. It's not inherently better, it's just different. It's bullets versus lasers. I like high-tech ships. Well, I like the high-tech ship that I specifically have now. But I generally like high-tech ships because high-tech ships, if you play them correctly, tend to be a little bit cheaper to maintain. Because low-tech ships have less shields, which means they do get damaged more often and need repairs, whereas high-tech ships have more shields. But if your shields get breached or your flux gets overheated, high-tech ships tend to get blown up more easily than low-tech ships. So there's a trade-off to be there. And then midline ships are just in between. Midline ships are essentially just a mix of both. You know, you're going to get ballistic and energy. And there are some ships that are like more designed to be missile ships, but again, like I said, I don't tend to touch missile ships. But one of the metas that, I don't know if it's a current meta, but one of the metas that used to exist at least was a whole bunch of like missile wolf ships, which some people swore by. All right, I'm going to open market this stuff because I'm happy paying the tariffs. I don't really care. And everything down here I wanted to keep, so I put it away. Taking a look at the fleets. Let's see, is there anything to buy? So this freighter is pirate modded. It's also demodded, so no. Yeah, another meta would be a fleet of carrier ships, for sure. You know, it might not be a bad idea for me to get a salvage ship, because I've been doing a lot of salvaging. So I'm going to buy this salvage rig, and I'm going to remove the demods on it. So salvage rig just improves the efficiency of salvage. And so it has a salvage entry, increases the resource gain from salvaging abandoned stations, derelicts, floating hulks, etc. by a certain percent, depending on hull size. Also affects the recovery of common resources such as fuel and supplies, not rare items though. In addition, 20% of the bonus applies to post-battle salvage. Each additional ship with salvage gantry provides diminishing returns. Yes, so there's a bit of a salvage bonus there. And then, how fast does this thing move? It is, okay, it does need a refit to add militarized subsystems because it's slow. And then maybe an efficiency overhaul. And that's all it can fit. It also has no mounted points. It is a completely non-combat ship, where it has no mount weapon points. So, yeah. So we have a salvage ship now. All right, let me hide this. You want me to survey until I find one more viable? Let's go to Baltia and see if I can't find one more viable system so we can pick between the two. Carriers and missile boats are a great combo. Yes, they are a pretty good combo. You have fighters that act as like a smoke screen, and then missiles that hit hard. Essentially, carriers and missiles will flood the enemy's point defenses to the point where the missiles hit. One of the problems with missile boats is if you use too many missiles and the enemy has a lot of point defense, their point defense will shoot down your missiles and you won't do anything. Where if you run a whole bunch of fighters, the fighters will absolutely constantly flood the enemy full of garbage, you know, as fighters tend to do, and overwhelm the point defenses and allow your missiles to connect more reliably. All right, this is just a very boring binary star system. Let's get out of here. Another thing to take a look out for, and I haven't been doing it, is to check intel for exploration, because sometimes I'll be paid to explore and they'll tell me what kind of world it is. So it's like, hey, I'm going to pay you to explore a Terran world or something like that. And that's when you would be like, oh, okay, yeah, I now know where a Terran world is. Not saying that's... Oh, there's a distress call for here. Is it... Oh, a domain error probe. Sweet. Domain error probes will give you the intel for other things. So if I take a look here, I know a domain era survey ship is now in spare up here. And that can lead me to a mothership eventually. All right, there's nothing in this system, so let's get out. I don't even know where the distress call was. I don't see any distressed fleet here, so. Next up, Avarice. Doesn't look that hopeful, but we'll, fingers crossed. Not to be confused with X4 or X3 Avarice, which probably none of you know that reference. But if you do, props. Whoa! Ow! Ow! No, no, no! Okay, and that's what happens when you get pegged by Pulsar. It took my combat readiness down from 76 to 56. Because Beta Avarice here is, yep, it's Pulsar. And it totally tooled up my ships. Thanks, Pulsar. And that individual, like, that was just annoying, because I had no chance to avoid it. It just was, oh, yeah, here it is. No, 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 turn around, turn around. There is a point of, there's something in this, run! There's something in this asteroid field here that I should, come back to. Stupid Pulsar. There's also a pretty fair chance that there could be a research station here near the Pulsar. Nope, there isn't. Okay. Yeah, you can hide behind the planets to avoid the jet stream. There's only 2 planets, though, so there's not a lot of ways to hide. You can also travel to the edge, or the outside of the sphere of influence of the Pulsar. But this Pulsar has a huge SOI. Like, massive. I mean, yeah, okay. I'm not even going to be able to do that. So scratch that. Oh, there it is. So I am now in the shadow of Beta Avarice, which is why you have this clear line where the shadow is, protecting me from the Pulsar. But you're not going to find habitable worlds in a Pulsar like this, because the Pulsar bakes the planet dead. They're pretty much always going to be barren worlds. All right, there was nothing sexy here. Let's get out. Oh, except for the whatever's in the mining belt. Well, it might be a fleet, because I think it's moving. Oh no, it's not moving. It's just orbiting. It is a domain era probe. With automated defenses. Not strong ones, though. I'm going to have all the other ships support me. I've not run into comets, not yet. So these puny little remnants are like all demodded. Or not remnants, automated. You know, if my aim didn't suck. Jeez Louise. Out of my way! A little bit easier than a remnant fleet. And a Gamma Core. And the survey ship location. And some surveying, or some salvage and more salvage. Let's get out of here before this Pulsar comes blasting me in the face. Elnor is a white dwarf, so it's not going to be a Pulsar at least. And it doesn't look like it has anything. Nope. Bye-bye. Alright, so that constellation we cleared quick. Next up would be Millenboo. Hey, tacos. It's going pretty well. I'm making tons of money and not even having to find anyone for it. And right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to survey for a future colony. Or at least a location to colonize. I have one good lead, but I'm working towards 2 good leads so we can vote between the 2. And this system looks not hopeful. Has a ton of worlds, but not that hopeful. I would say, my opinion at least, would be when you're looking for a place to colonize, you're going to want like 2 or 3 worlds that are worth colonizing. Really, solar systems that have like tons and tons of worlds is pretty cool. But chances are you're not going to run too many colonies, especially not on like barren planets that have no resources, because what's the point? What are you even going to build there that makes money, right? So what you're really looking for is you're looking for low hazard rating, close to the core worlds, with at least 2 or 3 worlds worth colonizing, ideally more. The system sucks. Just loads of planets, but nothing else. You ran into a Terra world in a binary pulsar? That is real strange. That's almost troll, because it's very difficult to traverse binary pulsars. But a Terran world there? Odd. I've not had a lot of luck trying to, you know, find habitable places near pulsars. Alright, for the sake of my sanity, I'm just going to transverse out of here. I can't be bothered to go to a jump point. Next up, let's go to Portroloca, or whatever it's called. Has 1 planet, so this is probably going to be a bust. It is an arid planet, so that's usually pretty colonizable. And it has a probe there, too. Survey shows not terrible planet. Hazard rating, pretty low. It gave me hurricane blueprints, so I'm not fussed by that. And it has a probe with some garbage defenses. Oh, they have a Sunder too? No, that's my Sunder. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Oh, watch out, watch out! Some of these old school ships here are just like torpedo boats, and they're really dangerous if you don't have your shields up. The one I just destroyed was exactly that. It was just a giant torpedo boat. All it had on it was like 3 massive torpedoes that if you weren't prepped, it would shred you. Move. Another gamma core. Plentiful volatiles location, which is probably just a gas giant, so it's not that cool of a lead. And that wraps up this system. Go over to Delta Milinbu. Yeah, the Galactic path loves... they're all low... Zephyr, you're exactly right. They're all low spec ships, the Luddic path, and their whole battle tactic is to spam garbage ships full of like dangerous torpedoes. That is their MO. Delta Melimbu is neutron, so this is gonna be a little bit a little bit tricky. We'll just go clockwise and survey that way. Imagine the Aurora Borealis, or Australis, or rather just generally the Aurora on planets that are getting blasted like this. It's probably like bright as day, even at nighttime. Wow, the hazard rating of this place, hold on. Wait, just show it to me. I don't want to survey it. Whatever, it was like 325. It's like stupidly high hazard rating. Let me in. Oh. A little bit more patience than that. These planets again. Easy bake ovened. And there was nothing at any of them, so let's get out of here. I'm not having a lot of luck trying to find a second system to vote on. There should be there should be a Persephone system somewhere, right? Or I think that's what it's called. Which is like a guaranteed decent system. Unless that's not a thing in this version. I think it should be. But I don't know, there's still a lot left for me to poke around. If I go to Intel... Yeah, the Kardashev has a bunch of there's a lot of other hopes here. I'm just gonna keep going clockwise. I have a lot of fuel and I have a lot of supplies, and it looks like yet another neutron. I like how there's 3 stable locations and a neutron system. It's like nope, never gonna use that. Stable locations is where you would build like support infrastructures in a system, but in a neutron star system with no planets. Never, ever, ever gonna use it. Kardashev scale. Oh, this one, I mean, yeah, it's hopeful. There's 4 planets here or so. Whoa, the hazard rating here is really low. I'm gonna survey it. Nope. Really low hazard rating gas giants can be very useful because they can make good gas stations. Generally speaking, trying to mine volatiles tends to be expensive because the hazard rating of the planets that have the volatiles, hey, there's ruins here. The planets that have the volatiles tend to be dangerous to settle on. Oh, but here's a great example. Here's a planet that has abundant volatiles, which would make fuel, but is not a gas giant. So they do exist, they're just rare. And this ruin has a beta core. That was a pretty good planet, but there's nothing, you know, this would not be a second contender. Yeah, 150 rating and rich volatiles would be amazing, yeah, absolutely. But abundant volatiles is pretty good too. Okay. Automated defenses. Honestly, I probably should ride around with my, like, Hammerhead or some other combat ship in order to help with these automated defense engagements. Because my mules are delicate. I've not designed them for combat. And non-combat mules get blown up easy. If I could hit. Oh my. There we go. I'm coming, mule. Gamma core. And a habitable world tip. Which could be good. Huh, this rocky metal world, metallic world is also a habitability of 150. The, where is the habitable world tip? Oh, it's close by. Nice. It's within the same constellation, so we'll be hitting that pretty soon. Just because it's in the neighborhood. Saving Private Mule. Hey, I saved him. Those little automated defense ships are not very strong, so there's not a lot of risk to the Mule unless it's a bunch of like Reaper torpedoes, and the ship's already taxed. But that was not the case. Toxic, arid. So an arid world is not bad. This also is a pirate system. So I gotta, oh, okay, oh. No, nope, 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 no. Oh, they're gonna catch me. And I'm gonna use a story point. Bye-bye. Yeah, so this is a pirate system, and oh god. More? Get out of here. So the information about this orbital station, I think, was a bounty. Yeah, there's a bounty for this station, which is why these pirates are being so overtly aggressive. I mean, I don't have good rapport with the pirates anyway, but they're really trying to crap on me. So let's try to get to the arid world and get the heck out of here. If you want organics, it's okay. The ruins had another synchrotron core, so that's my second sync core. That's awesome. And I'm going to do a drive-by of the nav buoy just to piss them off. Breaking it for salvage. Because I'm a jerk. Well, they're also pirates. Well, let's transverse jump out of here. I don't need any black market cruisers. Right now, I'm just focusing on survey. I don't want to spend my money. I want you all to vote how I spend my money. So I think this next stop will have something colonizable, because that's what the intel I had said. Yep, there's a desert world here. So here's the desert world. That was the habitability lead. It's pretty crap. But the ruins had a missile blueprint package. So at least there's that. Oh, and let me learn that blueprint too. Man, we're probably, I would ballpark, like 2/3 done with the local system survey. And then what I'm going to do is, if I don't end up finding a second contender, I will have you all vote on whether I settle or plan to settle on the one I found, or if I survey a little bit further out until I find a second contender. This is a totally randomized seed, so I really don't know anything about this galaxy. So everything is, you know, a mystery to me, which is why it takes a while. And you also voted that I try to get prelim data on everything I can, so that also takes longer. Because otherwise I would just enter a system, and then if there was no worlds that were like somewhat habitable, I would leave. which speeds it up considerably. Fortunately, I have the supplies and fuel to do this for many months. There's so many of these systems that are just a sun, nothing else. So if you take a look now, I have surveyed from Chagos all the way. Chagos, Xenor, Elsia, Baltia, Avarice, Milinbu, Kardashev, and now Armin. So all that's left is Armin and Sar. And we'll be making a decision. So we're close. We're getting there. There's some sort of distress beacon here. To note, distress beacons doesn't always mean friendly. Often it is a pirate that sends a distress beacon and it tries to kill you. So answering distress calls isn't always in your best favor. Yeah, Turtle, it's like 11 out of 10 times it's just a pirate trying to murder you. Every now and then it will be a real fleet that ran out of fuel or something, but pretty rarely. Is that it? No. There's a bunch of other planets. Oh, there's a lot of microplanets here. Can you conquer core worlds? You could. You can war with them. It isn't easy. And it's not something... I would say it's... So I'll go into a little bit of detail if you want. In order to support a large fleet, you need a lot of income. You need a lot of reliable, steady income. In order to get a reliable, steady income, you probably need colonies. Because if you have a giant fleet and you're trying to pay all the ships, maintenance, fuel, supplies, officers, all that jazz, and you have to pay for it somehow. And you're not likely to be able to pay for it by doing bounty hunting or smuggling or anything like that, because you would be forced to bounty hunt and smuggle full time to pay for your fleet. So really the only way to afford a large fleet without straight up losing your mind is to colonize. So the only real way to battle core worlds is to have your own core worlds. Did we name that officer? No, I don't think we actually did. No, we didn't. So taking a look at 2 minutes. 2-minute countdown timer till I raffle them off. So yeah, you can definitely war with the core worlds and you know, bombard them, invade them, raid them, etc. But really not until you have worlds of your own, until you are a bit of a galactic power. Because if you jump the gun, like let's say you try to do it without a fleet, and you just, you know, you try to go to war with one of the major factions with just a fleet. If they destroy your fleet, you have no means to make money anymore. So you're sort of dead in the water. So you got to be careful about doing stuff like that. Oh, not another one of these. Hey, Sky. Thanks for gifting out a sub. Always a pleasure to have you lurking. Okay, we got prelim data on everything. Let's get out. And there we go. My monthly expenses now, I don't get a stipend anymore. So we are not being trickle-fed anymore. That's another reason why you want to colonize early-ish, because once your stipends stop, which I think is, what, 3 years or something like that, paying for your fleet gets expensive. So every month I'm going to owe $13,000 to my crew and maintenance and all that jazz. And that's actually not even for the fuel or the supplies that we consume. So it's, you know, it's something in the order of magnitude of like 25K per month just to keep rolling. So as you can imagine, and I have a tiny little fleet right now. You can imagine if you had a large fleet, it'd be like 100K a month just to keep it, you know, fueled up and repaired. So it is quite important to consider that before you like go to war or whatever. But if you're an amazing pilot and you have really good fleets, you could battle another faction without like a core world or without a world of your own. I just wouldn't advise it. So this is a Luddic Path terrorist sector. So I'll try to survey it, but like these are their worlds, not my, you know, I'm not going to be able to use them. Ah, wow, they didn't stop me? That's unusual. So it is a little confusing because there's the Luddic Church and the Luddic Path, but the Luddic Church and the Luddic Path are not really directly aligned with one another. The Path is like a terrorist organization, and the Church is like Luddite, you know, just Luddites. They're a faction of their own. Okay, so Armon is done. All we have left is Sar Nebula. What are you doing coming out of your system just to pursue me? You are jerks. Bye-bye. I've got max burn level. Stream team when? The poll actually closes for the stream team tomorrow. So at the end of tomorrow, I'm going to put in a request to Twitch to form a stream team. I have no idea how long Twitch support will take. That is a part of the equation that I could imagine takes weeks. But I'll be doing it as fast as I can. Another mining station. Oh. Alright, let's try it. I should have auto-saved, but we'll try it. Are we surveying or just writing down planet types? Yeah, well, what I'm doing is I'm, like, sort of assessing planet types. Oh, my flux. Get fluxed. Okay, I'm gonna die. Go away, go away, go away. I went all in like the glass cannon that I am, and it hurt. I have no regrets, though. Oh, they broke my main guns. Ah. This was a bad fight to enter into. All right, let me kill this little guy. Oh, you're using your little high energy? Well, I'll use mine. If I can hit you. Wow, my accuracy sucks. Alright, what I think... The other mules are holding up, unlike my own ship. So... Oh, really? Cheeky little missile trying to hit me? No, you're not gonna hit my engines. Get out of here. Get out of here! What I think I'm gonna do is isolate the... Actually, this mule's kept this carrier busy, so I'm gonna go in for the kill. Or for my ship to blow up. I'm not sure which. Flame out. So flame out means they have no control over... Yep, they're dead. Okay. Brilliants are pretty strong ship classes there. That's why when I entered the fight, I was like, ah, this is a bad idea, but whatever. Yeah, I have definitely the reckless personality here. Which is why I love glass cannon ships and the glass cannon meta. But as long as I survive, we get repaired. I don't get demodded. If your ship does get destroyed, it doesn't necessarily mean it's gone. It just means you'll have to probably salvage it with demods. And there we go. We got another sync core and a combat drone replicator. Mass produces drone variants. So this was banned by the domain, and very nice. So this thing improves ground defenses and heavy batteries. We also got Luddic path blueprints, another sync core, and whatever we can salvage up, another fullerene spool. So more, yeah, that's awesome. I'm definitely going to want to keep a low profile until my main ship gets repaired, because my main ship, oh, it's actually combat readiness is really high. I guess I got really recovered after that. Pet Yoda. Hey, bud. Come here. There we are. The little thunder that could? Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm over capacity. Yoink. Just jettisoning out a whole bunch of metals. And yes, I totally missed Dem Tacos gift out a whole lot of subs. Thanks for reminding me. I saw it and I was mid-sentence. Thanks, Dem Tacos. I'm glad. I'm excited to be on a stream team with you. And so many others in the group. Let me in! E-burn! Yeah! I got a Legion Elite Battlecruiser. I absolutely do not have the crew. But yep. Okay, well, let's go ahead and mothball it, because I can't possibly afford to keep that running right now. But we will be able to bring that up to working order sometime in the future. So we have a Conquest and so we have 2 battle cruisers, which is a little unfortunate that we don't have, you know, something better than just a battle cruiser, but hey, it was free, so don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Oh, there's something else in the Corona here. What is it? A supply cache. Sometimes you have to do an emergency burn to be able to push against the push of the like coronal mass ejections. I like how this desert world is basically sitting in the coronosphere of this star. This planet's like, this is fine. This is fine. Yep, and it somehow has farmland. And ruins of Gamma Core. And a ton of domestic goods. So bye-bye all my metals. Oh, and there's something else this way. I don't know what it is, but... What is you? Another cache of supplies. With a wolf. No, thank you. All right. Well, I'm going to have to go back to the core worlds because I am full up. But we're almost done surveying Sar Nebula. So let's go back. Oh, and you know what? There's actually some systems inside the core worlds that I haven't surveyed either. They're not randomized. They're not procedurally generated. So the way that works is the seed... Oh yeah, it's warning me about my my emergency burn could blow up my battle cruiser that I got, my Legion. So I should, you know, not do that. The way it works is everything in the core worlds is predetermined entirely. And Then once you're not in the core worlds, then it's procedurally generated and randomized due to your seed. So I'm going to drop off this Legion and drop off a whole lot of the other stuff I have. So let's take the crew and all of my goodies that I don't want to lose. I'll also drop off any additional blueprints that I have. Done. And then to fleet, store the mothballed Legion. Another thing is when you have mothballed ships on you, you don't move as fast, so it's important to put them away. And then I'm going to open a market. We have so many heavy machinery. I'm going to open market all of this for being friendly or whatever. It's 134k worth of stuff. All right. Nice. The other mothballed ship is at that siphon station as well. They're both there. A part of me feels like, given how I've been using these mules, I should probably not... I should set them up a little bit better for combat. But whatever, this has been working. We don't have too many surveys left, so... I'm just going to continue. But yeah, if you take a look at this siphon station, I'm using it as like a parking lot. So all of these goods are sitting here. This is way more synchrotron cores than I probably need. I probably only need 2 at most. So 3 is ridiculous. I should probably sell it. These beta cores and gamma cores I could give over to Tritachyon for bounty money, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so this, yeah, and I have some other blueprints and stuff here. But and then if you take a look at fleet, I have all these ships just sitting here. So I have a Legion and a Conquest sitting here, as well as the other ships that used to be in my fleet that I've parked so that I don't have to fuel them and whatever. I'm going to continue the survey of SAR. And then I'll survey the core worlds that I haven't surveyed. And then I'm going to have you all polled on whether or not I try to colonize or, think about colonizing, or alternatively keep surveying. I know the surveys take a long time, but once it's surveyed, it's done. We don't have to, there's no such thing as like new planets have formed or anything like that. So that's good. What planet had not searched? Oh, the gas giant. Okay, this was pointless. Oh well. Okay, next. Oh, what's this? Just a debris field. Previous versions, you could resurvey the same debris sort of over and over for diminishing returns, but because of the chance to get rare things, it was nerfed. And sort of, if you ask me, rightfully so. This looks like another Ludic path system. Yeah, there's a bunch of Luddites here. Gotta watch out. Oh, they're hard burning to me. Yep, they have a base here. Get out. Okay. I honestly could probably kill them, but I'm just going to story point my way out of here too, because I'm not looking for a destroyed fleet. So I'll just try to hit up the remaining planets they have and get myself out of here. I did just quick save. Another thing that you could do is save copy, where it like kind of backs up the other one. So I should do that more often, just in case I tank a save, because it is possible to like quick save in a no-win scenario. What is it? A Kobayashi Maru or whatever, in a unwinnable situation, and that would be bad. All right, done here. I'll scan near the black hole though. Let's see. Nope. No research stations. I mean, you'd think, but nope, no luck. I am not finding very colonizable stuff. A single... Oh, I've been here. I've prelimed at this. I'll just go back. At least all of the ruins that I've scavenged and sold have bankrolled this survey mission. Imagine doing this on a tight budget. Alright, so this is, I think this is the last stop before I'm going to poll you all about what to do. I'm going to still survey the core worlds, but I'll start up the poll. Ha, glitch. It's almost glitch. Alright, let's make sure that I didn't skip anything. Nope. Alright, nothing has been skipped. So, what should I do? Finish surveying, do something else, survey the unsurveyed core worlds, keep surveying for colonizables. I think those three choices kind of cover the spectrum. While you vote on that, I'm going to go over to this blue giant I'm next to and just take a quick gander. We'll leave that poll up for a few minutes. Ooh, there's a lot of planets here. That's a good indicator. And they're all next to one another. None of them are really colonizable, though. Or like, low hab. I just got an administrator. And another plasma cannon. Put that away. Ultra rich ore, rare ore, not bad, and a gamma core. What's over here? Oh, there's some sort of station here. Oh, nice. What did that say? Oh, it's a gunship. Never mind. Thought it was something else. There's a lot of planets here. All right, so there's some sort of research facility that I have to fly in the Corona for. Never mind, it's just a stupid fuel tank. Oh, pirates! Pirates! And they caught me. You know what? Screw you, pirates. You want to fight, you get to fight. Dar har har. They really only have an enforcer and a bunch of garbage. So, as long as I'm not a total idiot, which I still might be, this shouldn't be too hard. Get over here, little bro tender. I'm not done eating you. Alright. They're dead. Let's go to the enforcer. This Enforcer here is the only one that is likely to cause damage to me and my mules. They're pretty decent mid-tier ships. And as you can see, it definitely fluxed the mule. The mule can hold its own, even though it's a freighter. It's a pirate-styled freighter. So they're pretty okay in combat. I wouldn't main them, but they're not... God, my aim is bad. They're not terrible. That's it. That was really, really easy. I don't want Cerberus. And hey, I leveled up. So, in terms of leveling up, you all can pick. Let me close this poll. So, keep surveying from colonizables and finish surveying, do something else is a dead tie. I'll come back to that. Because, yeah, because there was no agreement there. But here you go. What do I spend the skill point on? I do want to remind you that if I fill up, if I get to the end, I get to pick the other options. So that's important to note. And I also think that the story mode gives you some free technology skill points, but that's nor here nor there. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point because I've already filled up my blue tech tree. But you all get to pick. And we'll just continue surveying here. Not a whole lot going on with these other worlds so far. So the industry skill would be either field repairs, which is ship repair rate outside of combat goes up and recovered ships have fewer demods, or alternatively derelict contingent, which is again like another lower chance demod stuff. 15% chance per demod to have incoming hull damage reduced by 90%. It's actually like if you run a bunch of derelict ships like Reavers from Firefly, you could have a high percent chance to deflect if you have garbage ships. So both of these here, I would definitely pick probably the field repairs over the derelict contingency. But if you wanted to run a whole bunch of like trashed ships, derelict contingency would be the skill for you for sure. It's just not the style that I want to run. And then the last skill point here is industrial planning, which gives me more supply for the commodities they produce, or maximum value of a custom ship, and weapon production goes up. So alternatively, colony management, which is, you know, me able to manage my own colonies. Probably not something I actually need if I'm going to use AI cores to do the management. So speaking about AI cores, you can install an AI core as a governor. They are better than really any human that you can ever use. The problem with them, of course, is installing a AI governor pisses off everybody because nobody wants like the possibility of more remnant, you know, or more like a Skynet. No one wants a Skynet. So if you do install AI cores, it totally ruffles everybody's feathers more or less. But that's up to you to decide whether it's worth the risk or not. Speaking of AI core, I just got another beta core. Not bad. All right, so it looks like you all want, well, not all, but some want industry. I'll pick field repairs, I guess. It also has a chance to remove one demod per month from a randomly selected ship in my fleet. So one of the advantages of field repairs would be if I have demodded battleships and the like, those battleships can get their demods removed, which is pretty significant, because a fully removing demods of like a big battleship costs like, you know, $500,000 or something like that. I'll show you once the next time I'm at my Conquest or Legion what the cost would be, but it is pretty expensive to do. All right, so back to the other question here. Between finish surveying, do something else, or keep surveying for colonizables, there was no agreement. I'm going to start surveying the core worlds just to get them known. And then if I have to tie break, I'll tie break. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching. I will catch you next episode, or perhaps an upcoming stream. Farewell,